and we will not let our hearts forget the most important thing. It's love, 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 love. It's all about love, 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 love. Everything else comes down to this. Nothing any higher on the list than love.
What's up, everybody? I decided to take y'all along. I got a little couple of minutes to myself to go to the store and get some dishwashing liquid. There's a person riding a bike and he wants to get run over. And since I'm not really good at vlogging, I'm gonna try at it. I'm gonna try it. Trying to vlog a little bit. And he's smiling. Alright, you smiling. I got my license in high school, honey. Driver's ed, so I know I'm not a good driver, but I've never had a moving violation. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get some. Hopefully I don't get suckered in, because I love, oh, I didn't tell you I was going to Family Dollar. I don't know if y'all have a Family Dollar in your area, but we do. And you know, this place, you go in there for one thing and you come out with the whole damn store. So we're gonna try not to let that happen. We're gonna have to get my husband some lunch. It's Sunday, y'all. Sunday, August the 9th. Y'all probably won't see this until next week, you know. So let's go.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Oh yes, exactly what I needed. That's why I seen $2. Maybe that was my imagination. I need some coffee roach tequila. Because how much is that? $2.65. When you come to roach spray, you don't need to be cheap. We're just trying to kill little roaches here and there. You know, with the weather off and on, sometimes we get roaches and stuff. I just saw the craziest thing. I know this might seem a little bit judgmental, but I hate to see little children in bikinis. I just think it's so inappropriate. I just do. I just think bikinis are like having your bra and panties on. It ain't got nothing to do with me not wanting to wear one or not can't wear one or whatever. I would never wear a bikini even if I had the body for it. Because I just feel like you got on your panties and bra. And to see little children, no. Alright, let's see. What am I gonna get here? Let's see. These big ones are like $4 in the store. You can get it here for $2. So yeah. I got everything that I was supposed to get, so I'm gonna get the hell out of here. So tomorrow I'll take y'all with us to go to brother's doctor's appointment. She get her shots tomorrow, y'all. I'm scared, cause you hear all the crazy stuff on Baby Center, and people and the kids get their shots and stuff, how they are sick and they have bad reactions to it. So I was looking for some hair stuff for Vylah, some hair bows. Oh, they got some pastel bows. They got a lot of hair bows. I got those, but not in pastels, not pastel colors. I got them in dark colors. I don't too much care for them though. But yeah, she got barrettes up there. I'll just hold off on it for now. I don't really need them. Because I don't like to put barrettes in her hair too much because she like to pull them out and lose them, you know? But anyway. Alright, I'm finna go and get some. Should I get some toilet paper? Oh, let me see. I should get some toilet paper. Double roll. You see what happens when you come in here? Spin up everything you got. Well, I'll get some toilet paper. Let me look at the prices of these things before I touch. Alright, y'all. I'll holler at y'all. Oh my goodness. So I finally got everything that I needed. Got toilet paper, dishwashing soap, bug spray, because I just have this thing, like, you know, now that I have Vylah, I mean, even before then, I am like, I'm definitely afraid of roaches. Like, I'm so scared of roaches. That's why I keep things really, really neat in my home. And I try very hard to sweep and mop areas. And most importantly, I am not a hoarder. Like, I try not to hoard things. Like, if I see things that haven't been used in a long time, I'll get rid of it. You know, because I don't like roaches, I don't like bugs, I don't like none of that stuff. Stay out the door. And so, when it rains, a lot of times the bugs, they come in through the wall from outside, and they try to, I just can't wait till I get my freaking house, so I can have like a real pantry, because now we keep Vylah's baby food on the counter, and a lot of times the roaches, they be looking for ways to break in her baby food. They can't, because it's like plastic. But it's just, you know, I haven't seen any in a while because I've been like really strict. Like, I clean a lot that area, especially with bleach, because, you know, we have cats and I don't want to too much be spraying that spray. But I spray all the corners and the crevices, and I try to keep things really clean because, you know, I just don't want to see them, you know. And I mean, there was a huge roach in our room one night. I don't know how the hell I saw it because I didn't even have on my glasses. I was sleeping and I had like our little travel ironing board next to my, like leaning against the wall next to my bed. And all I saw out of my peripheral vision was something crawling, and it was huge. That roach was huge. I swear I was like paralyzed. I was paralyzed with fear, man. You want to scare the hell out of me? I know I talk a lot of trash, but if you want to scare the hell out of me, put me in a room full of roaches. Like, I would do whatever you say. I would crack, honey. No attitude, no nothing. I'll do whatever you ain't gotta threaten me with no gun. Just say I'm gonna put a roach on you. Do whatever you say. I'm so scared of roaches. I'm scared of them. And my husband was sleeping, and I was like, hey, get that. He was like, get what? I was so scared I couldn't even talk. I didn't. I'm laughing now, but it wasn't funny there. But I was so terrified, like, and he got it and killed it and, you know, put it in the toilet. But I was so damn scared, like, oh man, it's just crazy. And yeah, so I mean, I tried very hard. Our little roach spray is like getting low, so. And I like Family Dollar because you can get a lot of name brand stuff for a cheap price. And then we live so far away from Walmart, and at Walmart, you know, sorry for shaking y'all, Walmart, contrary to popular belief, is not the cheapest show in town. I mean, you go to Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, you can get stuff a whole lot cheaper than what Walmart has it, and you're in and out, just like you saw. I was in and out, you know, there was no line, and I can get my stuff and go, versus me having to stand in line for 30 minutes for one thing, because Walmart is always so packed, and sorry managers never have enough cashiers, you know. And so, yeah, so it's just crazy. So I just wanted want to get like a couple things. My husband never wants to go to the store, and so I always take the opportunity to go by myself so that I can have a very much needed break by myself, just me, you know, because being a mother, my baby is attached to my hip. Y'all know Vylah is attached to me 24/7, and so whenever he's like, I'm like, you forgot to get the dishwasher soap. He's like, I don't feel like going to the store. I'm just like, well, I'm gonna go by myself. I have to say that because he'd be like, you're not gonna take Vylah with you? No, you off on the weekend, spend time with her, you know, because my husband gets off late so much. That he gets home like an hour and a half before her bedtime every day, and so he never really gets to spend a lot of time with her during the week. And so I really try to, you know, when he's off, it was the first weekend that he was actually off on Saturday too, so he got to spend all his time with his baby. He was mad at me this morning because we bought groceries last night, and I hate when he takes the groceries out the car because he tries to take all the bags out all at once, and he always ends up leaving something in the car. And of course he leaves the cheese and he leaves the butter in the car, and it was in the car all night long because we got home around 6 or 7, and he didn't know that he didn't have no cheese and butter until like 8 o'clock the next morning. And so I saw when he tried to be so slick too. I saw when he went outside and then came back in, so I was like, I'm gonna catch his behind red-handed before he tried to cook with that stuff that been sitting in the car all night. And we live in Florida, so it's hot at night too, so it's not like you can, you know, it's winter time and, you know, your food could be all right, you know. So he was getting ready to use it, put it in the refrigerator. I was like, what you doing? I said, what you took out of the car? And it was in the trunk too. Oh, the cheese and the butter. I was like, you have to throw that in the trash. You can't use that. No, it's good, it's good. No, you need to put that in the trash. It's no good. You can't. Cheese and butter, that's supposed to go in the refrigerator right away. I think after, if I'm not mistaken, I think refrigerated stuff after 3 hours, left out for 3 hours is okay, 3 hours or less. But anything over 3 hours, you run the risk of getting sick. And I made him throw it away, and I made him go to the store and buy some more. Absolutely. Because I'm not trying to get sick off of that stuff. And so when he came back, he was like, dang, I forgot the dishwasher, so I'm not going back to the store. I said, that's okay. Later on in the afternoon, I'm going to go to the store because he wanted some lunch. And so I said that, you know, I'll go and I'll, you know, get the dishwashing soap. And thank God, thankfully, the bug spray was like only $2 and some change. So I was like, woohoo! You know, and got some toilet paper, and, you know, that's it. So I didn't spend too much because we live our lives on a budget. Like, I'm so glad, you know, we are on this budget because it really helps us stay accountable to what we spend, you know, because I know I have a certain amount of money. This is what I have allotted for the week, and this is it, you know. I've been really good where I end up, you know, having a lot left over at the end of the week because I don't go nowhere. My husband, you know, we only have one vehicle, we share a car, and unless I have to go to the doctor, like I have 2 appointments for Vylah next week, Monday and Tuesday, so I'll be taking the car then, but, you know, I go to my appointments and I come back home unless, you know, my friend, she just got a job, so I can't really hang out with her during the day anymore. So, we just go to our appointments and we bring ourselves back home and we eat at home, I cook and everything. So, yeah, man. I mean, the only time we kind of go crazy is during income tax time. Income tax time, we don't even look at prices, we just buy whatever because that's like the only time in the year where you can actually enjoy yourself. You know, you can buy what you want, you can live, you know, you can pretend for at least a few weeks that, you know, you're doing it big, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. The preacher, the pastor talked about he praying yourself out of poverty, and he was saying that how, you know, him and his wife struggled a lot for a lot of years when they got married, just like my husband and I have. And he, you know, he wanted to get to a point in his life where he didn't have to struggle anymore. and we have a ton of ideas, a ton of things into the works, especially after I finish school and I start working. We really want to get into real estate and start. My husband is a professional landscaper, and so he wants to start his own business. And so we have so many great things that we want to do for the future that'll just set us up and put us, you know, up so that we could be completely financially secure and, you know, hopefully, you know, make it big, hit it big, you know. And I always tell people, you know, you don't have to be independently wealthy to become wealthy. You can start from nothing. Lots of millionaires start from literally nothing, and they do what they need to do. They start their business, they start off small, and they just build off of that. And so I can't wait for us, I just can't wait to graduate so I can start working and saving money and, you know, start working on our, you know, real estate, you know, investments, and my husband, you know, start his business so we get to a point where we don't have to work for nobody and our money is making money without us even, you know, having to do any work, you know. And so I'm looking forward to that, and the preaching today really, like, you know, confirmed a lot of that in my spirit, because, you know, I hate to see generations and generations of people, everybody always broke. Ain't nobody in the family with money. You know, it's always like one or two people that got a couple of dollars here and there. But, you know, especially in the African American community, when folks die, everybody running around trying to borrow money because nobody has life insurance. Nobody has any money to do anything with, and it's so irritating. And it's just like, when does one come to the point in their life to say, listen, I'm so sick of this. I'm sick of, my grandmama was broke, my great grandmama was broke, my mama was broke. When are we gonna break this cycle and kill this curse of just poverty always, you know? And so, you know, I made a pact. Me and my husband, we talk a lot about, you know, investing and starting businesses and just doing better for ourselves. Like, I don't plan to retire. You know, I'm not even going to start my career until I'm like 33, until I'm like almost 35. And so I plan to work until I can't work no more, you know. And then when I get tired of my job and my businesses take off and our businesses take off, then I can say, you know, I don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job every day. You know, I can just run our businesses and do it that way, raise our kids, and that's it. So, I mean, I encourage you to pray yourself out of poverty. Like, people think of poverty as like the down in the dumps, but if you live in paycheck to paycheck, you don't have no money, you know, to do nothing extra with, you're there. We all one paycheck away from being on the street. And so everybody should aspire, you know, to do better. You know, I have a friend, she's really big on leaving an inheritance to her children. She wants her children to be set up, but also understand that even though you have an inheritance, you must work hard for your money and for the things that you want in life. So I know I was rambling and I said all that, but I just wanted to encourage you all, and I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow for Vylah's 1-year checkup. Alright, talk to y'all later. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Today is August the 10th, and we are on our way to Vylah's 1-year checkup. I'm kind of nervous about it because she has to get shots. So, you know, every time she gets shots, I get nervous because you never know how she's going to react to it. Y'all want to say hey? I'm at the red light, so don't worry. Y'all want to say hey to Vylah? There she is. Say hi, Vylah. Say hi. I'm just playing with my purse rider. You telling people hey? You tell them hey? I'm late. My appointment was supposed to be at 9:30, and it's like I'm 4 minutes late. But thank goodness it's like 5 minutes down the road, so I'm gonna be too late. So I guess we'll see y'all at the doctor's office. Alright, bye. Say hi, everybody. I'm at my 1-year checkup. Yeah, they just pricked her little finger because they wanted to test her iron levels. And so we're waiting on the nurse now to get all of her We're waiting on the nurse now to get her,
Here we go. Shower time.
okay, get her weight and everything, so we're just gonna sit right here and record everything. Right? Yeah, we're waiting on the nurse to come back so we can get her weight and all her measurements and everything. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Right? Are you ready, Vylah? Nah. How much you weigh? Sit down, Vylah. Say, I am 28.5 inches long. And I am, how much do you weigh? Say, I am 22 pounds, 15 ounces. With a 42-inch head. She's trying to crawl everywhere, as you can see. Come on. Leave that. That's not yours. Yeah. Hey, boogie, woogie, 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 woogie. Yeah, so we're still here waiting on the doctor, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Alright, we'll see y'all. Hey, what's up everybody? This is coming to the end of our day, and I didn't want to leave without saying bye. Vylah did pretty good with her shot. She cried for a little bit, and she got 3, 2 in the arm and 1 in the thigh. She had the hepatitis and the measles, mumps, and rubella, and the chickenpox vaccine. So yeah, it sucked for me. I was almost in tears. I'm making dinner right now. Dinner is like done, kind of, sort of. And so I'm just seasoning my string beans here. And I didn't want to end the vlog without saying toodaloo. And so I'm making, well, I made for dinner. I'll show you now. I had to cook because we didn't have no more leftovers. I was like, you don't have to cook. I was like, yes I do, because we're out of leftovers. I made breaded Parmesan chicken breast. I made the breadcrumbs myself, just toast, honey. And don't be wasting your money on them breadcrumbs, honey. Just get you some toast and toast them up. And so I made that, and I have scalloped potatoes here. And then I have string beans, French cut. I don't know why I like French cut, but yeah, I just wanted to come and say bye, and I'm going to try to start vlogging more. It's so hard, especially if you vlog in public, because people be staring at you, looking at you crazy, but so anywho, I will show you guys Vylah, but she's having some much needed daddy time, and daddy is wearing his underdrawers. And so I don't want to film him, when he's having this time, because Vylah's getting ready to take a bath in about 30 minutes and head off to night-night. And then it'll be mommy and daddy time. So I will see you guys next time. Okay? If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.